Yeah, exactly. As long as you get that W, Look, so along the lines of talking about coaches, there have been a lot of moves that have been going on. So, Sid, we're going to go ahead and dive into it. Let's kind of talk about what's been going on. I know Jacksonville just got a coach. I know
Yep,
there's a
the
lot of
Jags
hardball
just
conversation. Yeah.
right. Yeah, Jags just hired Doug Peterson. Byron Leftwich was linked to them for a long time, but he wanted them to get the GM out and get Adrian Wilson over there, and the Jags didn't want to do that, which is surprising because there was a lot of voiced opinions that even the players didn't like him. There was a lot of issues with there, but the Jags, the owner apparently likes that GM more than he wanted Byron Leftwich as a coach, so they got Doug Peterson. Well, there's a lot of people knocking Doug Peterson because he got fired from Philly, but he won a Super Bowl. I feel like, if you won a Super Bowl as a coach, you're probably pretty good. Not only did he win a Super Bowl, he did it with a backup quarterback and against Tom Brady. So that's, I feel like he's qualified. So that's, I think, a good hire there. He's an ex quarterback, so that should be good for Trevor Lawrence. But yeah, they just hired him. McDaniels is at the Raiders, Nathaniel Hackett at the Broncos, Eberflus at the Bears, and Daboll at the Giants. And then there's still 4 open technically, but everybody's putting the Vikings to hire Kevin O'Connell. He's the Rams offensive coordinator, so they can't technically interview him yet because they're still in the playoffs.
So real quick on that one. So there was a lot of news this week about Harbaugh potentially going there, but then to the Vikings. But then just recently he said, he's not going to make that move. Do you know anything about what happened there, or?
Everything I've seen is it was almost like a leverage move for Harbaugh to get more money from Michigan. He just wanted to stay there because there was reports that he wanted to go to the Raiders and the Raiders wanted him or whatnot, but it turned out that the Raiders never wanted him. He wanted the Raiders, and so it just sounds like he was trying to leverage Michigan. There's no confirming that, but that's kind of the stories I've seen about it, for sure.
Daggone Wolverines. Go green, go white.
But they got their man. Kate's happy.
They did.
Kate's happy about it.
Hey, and as long as he beat Ohio State, they'll definitely accept him anytime.
Yeah, but like Kat said, didn't beat Michigan State, so.
Thank you. That's good points. I'll take that. But what else were you saying? Keep going.
And then, the Vikings are expected to sign Kevin O'Connell, which again is the Rams' offensive coordinator. So they can't officially do anything with him until after the Super Bowl because he's still there. And then the Saints have 2 pending interviews with Eric Bieniemy and Byron Leftwich. The favorite there is still their offensive coordinator, but they're bringing both of those guys in, so I'm curious to see if either of them land there. And then the Dolphins have 2 second interviews pending with Mike McDaniel and Kellen Moore. Mike McDaniel is the DC for I'm drawing a blank now. I think the Niners maybe. Or no, the Eagles. The Eagles.
Okay.
And then Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys. So they've kind of narrowed down to those 2. Most people think it's going to be McDaniel, but Kellen Moore has been invited back for a second interview. So,
interesting.
And then the Texans is the last one. They've narrowed it down to 3 finalists. All have had a second interview. It's surprisingly enough, or I'll kind of end with that one because that'll lead into the next. So there's Jonathan Gannon, Josh McCown, ex-quarterback. And then the final finalist is actually Brian Flores for the Texans job. They brought him back for a second interview, which is super surprising because of all the information coming out and news going on with him, obviously.
Yeah.
But he is he's still a finalist as of today, as of right now. He's a finalist for that Texans job.
Really?
Yeah, which is super surprising, obviously, because of what's going on with Brian Flores. So I'm not sure kind of what's going on there.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Like Dalton said, Dolphins had a coach but fired him. Speaking of this man.